Welcome to the Friendly Nonsense Beatdown. This is a podcast all about friendly fire and gibberish, where three brothers compete in a quest to be the supremeliest nonsenser. Here are your hosts, Kevin, Corey, and Casey Walker.
Welcome to the Friendly Nonsense Beatdown. If you're watching today is week 5. And if you're watching on YouTube, we're going to play a game. It's called Guess What's Different game. Can you guess? I don't think anybody would be able to tell.
No.
What's different?
I don't think so.
Casey, can you tell us what's different?
The sky was sure cloudy today.
That's good. No, we finally got a video! Hooray! We can see our faces, and you can see our beautiful faces, and that we all look alike.
Beautiful.
We all look like brothers for the most part. And no, it's fun. We finally got
Except
video.
for me, because I can grow a fantastic beard and you can't.
You can't tell that you're our brother?
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
hidden behind the beard. I think by the way we all smile, we all have very squinty eyes when we smile.
Well,
Yeah,
you could be like that person years ago who, when we were at the bookstore, thought that we were triplets for some unknown reason.
Yeah, I don't think we're triplets.
Yeah,
That's
we don't
pretty
look
obvious.
that similar.
Yeah, and at that point in time, we were all sort of stair steps in height, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys triplets?
We just grew at different rates.
Well, I think that was after Kevin had his big growth spurt, too.
Yeah, I was like 5'8", and Corey's 5 foot, and
was
Casey's 4
12,
foot.
yeah.
It's real stair steps. Real quick, I wanted to say one other thing too. So we had Corey and Hannah over. Hannah is Corey's wife for dinner today, and we played Overcooked. Casey, have you ever played
I
Overcooked?
love that game.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love that game.
we played with 4 people for the first time.
Oh.
And for the first levels, we were rocking it.
It was good,
Like
'cause
we
you
set
didn't really-
records on our first couple levels. As soon as we hit level 4, and then they added a treadmill in there.
Oh, yeah.
It was absolute chaos.
Exercise is
We-
overrated.
We
Like,
all
cut the
stuffed into
onions!
one corner.
Got the onions! Got the tomatoes!
Put it in the pot.
Who's manning the pots? Yeah,
Put
that's
the
how
salad
it-
on the plate. That's what Overcooked is. Overcooked is basically you're acting on a team with everybody and trying to get everything out. So it's super fun. So anyway, moving on to the start of the Friendly Nonsense Beatdown, week 5. We are on Serendipity. So Serendipity, your random questions that need a happy ending. Now, Mr. Corey Walker,
Yes,
you've
Mr.
just
Kevin Walker.
signed up for a commercial flight with SpaceX, and I'm going to date this podcast a little bit because this past Saturday we saw for the first time in a decade an American-launched spacecraft from the Kennedy Center, and it was super cool. It almost made me emotional watching. I was like, man, we're finally doing something in space again. So you've just paid 10 grand 10 years from now for your first commercial space flight, okay?
That
you can
is
fly.
a very cheap commercial space.
Hey,
flight.
this is 10 years from now. Things have cheapened up. People have figured out some commercial ways to get this done. 10 grand for this thing. You can fly anywhere in the galaxy. Where you're going to go?
I'm going to go to Neptune.
Okay.
Wow.
Neptune. Why Neptune?
Because it's blue. And because
Okay.
it has rings around.
Okay, so
Corey likes
because-
blue.
I love blue.
I like blue.
Neptune is my favorite planet. Did you know that Neptune was the only planet that was originally discovered based on a mathematical formula rather than observation?
I have no idea. So wait, explain it.
So,
I'm lost.
so Uranus goes around the sun, but astronomers were noticing a weird gravitational pull on it, and so they theorized, based on mathematical formulas, that there was another planet beyond it. And so after years, they confirmed it with the Voyager 2 NASA spacecraft, and I think there was one other one, but they finally found Neptune. So,
Huh.
just because
That's
of the
so weird.
story, that is worth a commercial flight,
Yeah.
especially if it's only $10,000.
Well,
Are
and
you
if
going to
it's
start a colony on
blue,
Neptune?
no, I'll just visit every once in a while. It'll be my
Yeah.
vacation home.
Every once in a while for 10 years. That'll be how long it takes to fly out there. Your vacation home on Neptune with all the blue aliens.
Well,
Your
how
vacation
do-
home for good.
Now,
Let's take
this
the
is
Blue Man Group.
this is a genuine question. How do the gas giants work? Is there any solid surface, or do you just sink down and
You interpret
That is a
it
good question.
however you will. This is the friendly nonsense beatdown is all about your own interpretation for these questions, okay?
Well,
so you tell me what you want.
Well, the thing is, though, that's not an interpretation thing. That would be a scientific fact, whether you'd sink or not.
Okay,
we
so
are only
ground.
partially scientific here. We're not fully scientific.
You can go to Jupiter and go
All
live
right.
on Jupiter. And
All right, so we're gonna say for the sake of the question, we're gonna say you can go wherever you want.
Absolutely.
Yep. And I
well-
will just assume that if it's not Neptune, you will sink into the planet.
Corey's blue aliens will keep him afloat.
Maybe Neptune is just ocean, the entire thing. Maybe that's why it's blue.
There you
Yeah,
go.
exactly.
There you go.
We haven't seen
Just
the other side of
swim.
Neptune. Yeah.
You'd have such big muscles from swimming all the time.
I think it is mainly ice.
All right, so
If
go,
that makes you
Case.
feel better.
Okay, so
Do ice
I would not go to Neptune because I'm just thinking you sign up for a commercial flight, you still have to fly there, and it would take forever to get to Neptune. So I'm gonna go to the moon instead.
You're just gonna go straight to the moon?
I'm gonna go to the moon. It's the closest place I could go. I'm not gonna be out in space for too long. I get to see something really cool that nobody's seen other than a few people.
Good catch. I was gonna say.
Yeah, because I'm a conspiracy theorist. We can on the moon,
You and Kyrie
know.
Irving.
No,
Kane West.
only a few people have been to the moon. Let me clarify.
was
But
wondering-
I would be one of those people, and then I'd be able to come home before it gets too old.
Yeah, that's kind of a fun thing. See, I'm between you guys. I'm on Jupiter. Actually, not Jupiter. I'm on Jupiter's moon.
Okay.
Oh,
to start
yeah.
space colony.
That would be cool.
Yes.
Getting to look at Jupiter
Yes.
from the moon.
Yeah, because
That would
Jupiter
be
is the
You know,
most massive
that-
planet. I was about to say on Earth.
It's the most massive
It's the
on
most
Earth.
massive planet.
It's the most massive planet on Earth. Bigger than the Earth, but it's massive on Earth. No, but it'd be so cool because Jupiter's moon is said, I can't remember the name of it, is said that it could sustain life potentially because they've found like water substances on the planet. So I would want to go there, start my little colony, and that's World 2. So I would start
There you
World
go.
2 on Jupiter's moon.
There you
Iona,
go.
or whatever it's called. All right, here we
Io?
go.
Yeah.
Io. Yeah, something like that. Here we go. This is my favorite question of all time. Okay, you are the
All right,
new
let's
marketing
hear it.
director. I'm going to answer this one first. You're the new marketing director for Baskin Robbins, and you've been asked to create a new ice cream flavor that you think would be an immediate hit. What flavor is it? Now, let me clarify one thing. This is an immediate hit. This is not what your flavor of ice cream would be that you would love. This is what will sell big money.
All right, let's hear it.
The Cookie Classic, okay? Cake batter ice cream mixed with half-baked, not like chocolate chip cookie dough, half-baked chocolate chip cookies. So you have like the actual like dough of the cookie dough that's been baked, okay? With animal cookies, Oreos, and Reese's. The Cookie
That
Classic.
sounds like a heart attack waiting to
Hey,
happen.
ice cream is a heart attack in the first place. That is amazing. I think that
All
would scream off the shelves.
I will
That
say
just-
that everything in there is tasty, but I don't know about the combination of all those flavors.
Yeah,
Imagine
exactly.
this. Imagine this, okay? You have a birthday. You're like, I don't like cake that much. So you're like, I will have a cake batter ice cream mixed with all the cookies I can ever love. Animal cookies, Reese's, Oreos, and chocolate chip cookies in one ice cream that has been created for pure perfection of screaming off the shelves.
I will
would-
tell you, kids will love that.
Oh yeah, see, it would scream off the Cookie Classic is an immediate hit. All right, Corey, go for it.
All right. Well, you said one that would be an instant hit.
Yes.
I've got the best ice cream flavor ever.
Okay.
Sweet tart ice cream.
No.
Oh no, that sounds
Combining
terrible.
everyone's favorite candies with ice cream.
That actually
It's
legitimately sounds terrible.
Yes. No, what it's really called, Casey, like this
Oh,
is the
man.
secret. The secret in the Baskin Robbins area is it's called chalk.
It's sweet tart ice cream. You just take those sweet tarts, you crush them out, you put it in the ice cream.
I can't.
And then
I
all
can't
the
imagine.
dye would leach into the ice cream, and you'd get like this brown color is what I'm imagining.
You know what Sweet Tarts reminded me of? I thought of what it reminded me of. It reminds me of an antacid, like the chewables.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it's a chewable. It's a Sweet Tart.
Not like that though.
Yes.
Sweet tarts are better
You
than
guys
that.
are
I'll give-
just hate.
You know,
You guys
I
are
do
just
like
hating on
sweet
Sweet
tarts.
Tarts.
I do like sweet tarts, but
I can't eat Sweet Tarts. to save my life.
nothing, no ice cream flavor is able to beat mine, which is maple syrup ice cream. So maple ice cream.
Maple
Except
ice.
that maple syrup with the ice cream, that would be amazing.
Okay.
That would be kind of interesting. You'd get hard little chunks of maple
Yeah.
on there.
I
That's
can.
Oh,
not
yeah.
bad. That's
All
not
right.
bad.
We'll bow before the king of the ice cream. You've been
Oh.
promoted to
I
president of the
I-
Baskin Robbins now.
I still think mine was better, so I won't bow. I'll let Kevin bow.
Corey was instantly fired. Executed.
Excommunicated,
Yes,
excommunicated.
Excommunicated. That'll be our line for this show. Executed and excommunicated.
You have been executed and excommunicated.
Let's copyright that. Remind me.
Trademark of the Friendly Nonsense Beatdown.
Before we get too big.
Yeah, don't steal
And then
don't
can't
steal people.
copyright.
Yeah, somebody else copyrights it, and every time we use it, they call us up. Hey, where's my $5 royalty for?
We'll just change it to
Words. That's $3.
you have been incarcerated and
Intoxicated.
there you go.
Intoxicated and then incarcerated.
Oh, okay. This reminded me, I have to tell you this story I read in the news today of something that happened near our house. This actually happened between Turlock and Modesto. There was a guy who decided that he wanted to get some alcohol. So he did the most logical thing that anybody would in that situation. He stripped down to his underwear, and then he climbed onto a moving wine truck. So one of the huge tanker trucks that are holding wine. And he climbs onto this truck, and it's going onto the freeway, and he's going freeway speeds, and he decides he's going to climb under the truck, and he opens up the valve holding the wine in the truck, and it starts to spray out of the bottom of this truck, and he's just like drinking it out of the bottom of the
Okay, so I don't understand why on earth did he think it was great to go around in his jocks and go like stripped down to his undies.
Well, so it
and
didn't
jump
stain
under
his
the truck.
clothes.
Isn't that the meaning of jocks?
Yes, I just used a different word of it. I'm
So
just saying, I'm
he's
just
walking
reiterating
around
the
in
point.
his jocks, and then he strips down to his jocks.
No, I'm just reiterating it in a different word. It's part of the phrase. I'm just reiterating it for the sake of this thing. So I don't get why he's stripping down to his underwear and jumping. Like I get the wanting alcohol. I don't get what underwear has to do with wanting alcohol.
Well, I think he was trying not to stain his clothes or something. I mean, it's wine after all. Because after he got off the truck and the police was involved, people were calling in saying that there was a dude that looked like he had blood all over, but it's actually wine. It's
Crime
red wine.
scene in his underwear.
Anyway.
That's brilliant. That's fantastic. All right, here we go. So next question. You've fallen out of I like this question too. You've fallen out of a plane and your parachute doesn't work, but you thankfully have the ability to create anything on the ground to help stop your fall. What is on the ground preventing your imminent death, Corey?
Okay. Had to look back at my notes to see what I said for this one. So, ultimately, if you're flying down towards the ground, you want something that's going to cushion you and break your fall gradually, right? You don't want it all at
Yes.
once, because then you're just splat.
Spoken like a true engineer.
So, you know the things on the side of the freeway? Like, as you're driving, they've got all those yellow barrels that are like the crash cushions before you hit the concrete.
Yes.
So, I'm going to take that same idea, except do it with, like, pillow-type material. So I'm gonna have this super tall tower of breathable, because you don't want to suffocate yourself. So breathable, super tall crash cushion pillows.
That you're gonna fall through.
Yeah.
It's like the Eiffel Tower of crash cushion pillows. You know what's funny is I wrote this question down and then I thought about it. I was like, I've seen a guy that has jumped out of a plane without a parachute before, and he's aimed himself for a giant barn that they built a net in, and they had a net, and he landed in through the hole in the barn and landed on the net. I'll have to show you guys.
How is that even possible?
Look it up on YouTube.
Wait,
it is true.
I've seen another one with a net where it's just this gigantic net.
Yes. And he lands on the net. Yes.
Well,
so
and not only that, but he like jumped from outer space almost. Like he was so high up. It's like 80,000 feet or something like that.
Yeah. It
was even higher than that.
That is dedication there.
So, anyway, Casey, what is yours?
All right. There's only one thing that could be there. I'm going to relive my childhood and jump into the largest pile of leaves that you've ever seen. But my only stipulation is there's no sticks in this giant pile of leaves. It's just leaves.
Yeah, you accidentally wrapped up the walnut sticks along with the leaves and
No!
So I think we need to specify something else here. How long has that pile of leaves been there? Has it started composting yet?
It's a wet pile of leaves down the bottom there.
And compost gets pretty hot there. I mean, I'll burn my hand on stuff too.
Casey spontaneously combusts as soon as he hits the pile
I
of leaves.
made it! It's pushing!
So this pile of leaves has to be probably what? You probably have to have it about 100 feet tall. Because leaves compact so quickly.
Yeah, like soft maple leaves.
It
You
has-
don't want oak leaves or anything like that.
That would
Soft
scratch you
maple
up.
leaves.
100-foot tall pile of soft maple leaves. That would be
Yeah,
insane.
it would have to be gigantic, but that would make it amazing because it's the biggest pile of leaves that you've ever seen, and you get to jump into it.
That sounds
Pretty
very
cool.
interesting and scary, terrifying to me. Which speaks to my point, which is you're scared to death because you've fallen out of a plane without a parachute. So the first thing you need, you guys have completely skimmed over the fact, you need a heart defibrillator to rebeat your heart because you've had a heart attack from falling out of an airplane.
So
you need to
as
make
you're
sure
going down,
you're shocking yourself back to life. Okay, I'm good. Now I can fall into my thing. So now that I've shocked myself back to life, I've set up very tall trees, and in each tree is a thin latex net, so that when I fall, that will break apart. So it's like a latex net with holes in it.
Yeah.
So it'll like break apart as soon as you hit it, and then it'll catch you, break. So similar to your pillows, but you're not gonna
I like
suffocate because
like
it's
it.
breaking as you go. And then at the very end, I've brought Mom and Dad's pool of Jello.
There you go.
So you
Casey's gonna spontaneously combust, and Kevin will just be preserved for all eternity.
I'll be at the very bottom of the pool.
He'll just be in the middle.
I can't breathe. At least you won't starve to death.
I'll turn into a fossil. This is how the dinosaurs got fossilized in
Jello?
Yeah, in
In
Jurassic
Jello.
Park. That's how the mosquito got
They
there.
unwittingly wandered into a vat of Jello and
They
were
really
fossilized.
hungry. They saw a giant pool of Jello, jumped in, and they were set for the rest of their eternity. All right, here we go. So moving on to lions, tigers, and snares. Oh my! We are on lions, tigers, and snares. So just a
That was my
reminder.
lion sound.
Oh, very, very nice lion. I like that.
Here's my tiger.
Well, it sounded exactly like Casey's lion.
Terrible.
Where's your snare,
Both of
Kev?
them. There it is. Yeah. We did it.
We are truly
We
talented.
made our own
Hired
sound
ourselves out for
effects.
sound effect, guys. All right, so just a reminder for lions, tigers, and snares. The point of it is there is one truth that seems so outlandish that no one would be able to figure it out. And you have to come up with two lies to pair with that one truth. And the brothers have to figure out what the truth is based on their knowledge of history or whatever instruments or whatever this is. So we typically have a theme. So my theme, I'm going to
Yeah.
start. My theme is fast food. Okay?
Okay.
So, number 1, Taco Bell was originally called Burger Bell in the late 50s and only featured burgers and fries. Only after the founder's Hispanic mother-in-law complained of not having Mexican food did he add fast tacos, which became an instant hit. And by 1962, he turned it fully into Taco Bell. Okay? That's number 1. The KFC Twitter account only follows 11 people, the 5 Spice Girls and 6 guys named Herb. This is because of the secret blend of 11 herbs and spices. the first person to notice this point was sent out a painting of himself holding a drumstick while riding piggyback on the Colonel.
So wait, what was that last part again?
The first person to notice, then pointed out, was sent a painting of himself holding a drumstick while riding piggyback on the Colonel. In 1991, Burger King partnered with American Airlines and dropped 10,000 of their new Whoppers with mini parachutes out of a plane over New York City as a publicly planned publicity stunt. They were immediately sued after some of the parachutes didn't work and bystanders were struck on the head by the falling burgers.
Well, I will say you came up with some pretty elaborate ones.
I worked this time. This was my favorite one to work on.
Okay. I'm going to say here, I'm going to go with the KFC one. That one is just too good to pass up.
Yeah.
I actually know the answer. I know that it is the KFC one.
Yes, it is the KFC
And
one.
it's still hilarious. That is so funny.
They only followed 11 people, the 5 Spice Girls and 6 guys named Herb. Gives 11 herbs and spices. I saw that and I was like, I gotta use that one as mine.
It's a good one.
So Case, why don't you go for it, dude?
All right, mine is all about cycling.
Oh,
All right.
Tour de France style.
Oh yeah, Tour de France.
Are you
Don't ask me to do a French accent. We know how well that goes. All right, infamous American cyclist Lance Armstrong is well known for the doping scandal that stripped him of 7 Tour de France titles. However, he is less known for his prowess as a swimmer. As of 2019, Armstrong has qualified twice for freestyle at the United States Swimming National Championships. Unfortunately, he has never made it past the first heat in both appearances. All right, second one. The first bicycle was invented by Kirkpatrick Macmillan in 1839. He is also dubiously associated with the first recorded instance of a cycling traffic violation when he knocked over a little girl in Glasgow and was fined 5 shillings.
I need to make social commentary on this real quick. The reason I know that's a lie is you used all of your favorite words in that. Shilling, Macmillan, Kirkpatrick Macmillan. As soon as you said Kirkpatrick Macmillan, I knew it was a lie. And then you went into the little girl with 5 shillings.
All right.
Dubious.
All right, here's the third one. The lightest bike commercially available is a carbon fiber framed road bike from Trek Bicycle Corporation. The bike weighs in at a measly 1.4 pounds and costs a whopping $30,000.
Okay, I know this one already.
That one sounds pretty close.
You need to answer, Core.
I'll say the Lance Armstrong one.
Yep, it's
All right.
Lance Armstrong because I watched his documentary the other day, and he's a great swimmer.
Well, you should have waited for your social commentary because Kirkpatrick Macmillan invented bicycles.
So did you just throw in these fun words like dubious and shilling and little girl?
I write it myself, so the little girl was correct. Like, he ran over the little girl
Oh man.
and was fined 5 shillings for it.
So how close to the truth is Lance Armstrong? Because I know he is a great swimmer, and
It's pretty far from the truth. The only thing that's true about it is he's a good swimmer. He has never qualified for the national championships.
Oh man, that was fantastic. All right, Corby. Let's hear it, dude.
Okay. So my theme is balloons. All right. The first hot air balloon was made from woven reeds covered by a thick cotton sheet. It carried no passenger but flew 8,000 feet horizontally before crashing into the side of a mountain. Inventor Jean-François Platre du Rosier later improved the design and became the first live passenger on a hot air balloon.
Okay, reeds and cotton, and it flew 8,000 feet sideways?
Yep. So, true fact number 2. The world record for the most amount of balloon animals made in an hour is held by Vladimir Yatsov, who formed 213 balloon dogs during the International Balloon Artists Competition in 2017.
Okay.
True fact number 3.
An hour.
The tradition of giving a bottle of champagne in France originated with rich aristocracy trying to soothe farmers' fears. The aristocrats would land in a farmer's field, the farmers would typically think the balloon was a dragon, and then a bottle of champagne would be opened to put everyone at ease.
Okay.
Huh?
No idea. That is...
I'm going to go with the balloon animal one, the second one.
I'm going to go with the first one. It sounds so weird to have it go 8,000 feet horizontally, but the long name, I don't think Corey would come up with such a long name. That name is so long.
Why'd you
Alright.
came up with it?
So, the true fact is the last one.
No!
The champagne.
Really?
So read
Yeah.
the one again?
Yeah, so
See,
the
I
tradition...
just need to go with the most ridiculous one.
Yes.
So the tradition of giving a bottle of champagne in France originated with rich aristocracy trying to soothe farmers' fears. The aristocrats would land in a farmer's field typically. The farmers would usually think the balloon was a dragon, and then a bottle of champagne would be opened to put everyone at ease. So just for commentary here, Jean-François Platre du Rosier was one of the first 2 humans to ride.
Okay,
in a
so
hot
that
air
is
balloon.
true. I was like,
So
you
that
couldn't come up
name
with
is
that
correct.
name.
I
But-
give you major props for the pronunciation. I don't know if it was good pronunciation or bad pronunciation, but it would fool me.
John Valklapschuber is probably over in his balloon looking down at Corey and saying...
Disapprovingly.
I didn't say that.
So first live passengers in the hot air balloon were a sheep, a rooster, and something else.
Can you imagine being that sheep and rooster hanging out in your first balloon ride up in the air?
I just said, "Ma, I'm not."
So, welcome in to the Mayhem matchup, the next part of our show, which is fantastic because Corey and I get to compete against each other, and poor Casey doesn't get to get beat this time.
You know, that's the greatest part about hosting, though, is I can't even get beat this time. I win no matter what, because I'm the
No
host.
matter what.
Well, I think if you don't lose, because you're not playing, you don't win either.
Yeah, there is no win. And
You don't get bragging rights for hosting.
And I
But
love
the
the
host
comedian once
makes
said...
all the money, though.
A comedian once said that if we all tie, then nobody won. And if nobody won, then we're all losers.
Well,
So-
I've structured this so that you cannot tie in this game because I'm changing up the format on you. I'm going to give you a topic, and the way this is going to work is you're going to have to name something that belongs in that topic, and you'll understand once we get going. But you'll have 3 seconds to come up with something in that topic. If you come up with something, then it goes to the next contestant, and they have 3 seconds to figure it out. So let's go right into it. We're gonna do 2 warm-up rounds, and then we'll go into the actual point rounds. Okay?
Okay, here we go.
So starting with Kevin,
I'm
need
ready to
come
rock and
up-
roll.
All right, you need to come up with cities whose names start with the letter T. On your mark, get set, go.
Turlock, Tulare, Tallahassee.
Hey, whoa.
So
hold
aren't
on.
we switching off on here?
You're switching off. come up
Oh.
with one,
Yeah.
and then it passes on to Corey. Disqualified.
Too bad, sucker.
Disqualified.
Not following
Alright,
the rules.
let me start over. No, I failed.
So you come up with one, then I come up with one.
Okay,
Then you come
so
so
yes.
we got 3 seconds.
Okay,
to
so
come-
it was my idea. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
your own idea. You're breaking your own rules.
Oops. Alright, here we go. I realized we were going with that. Alright, here we go.
All right.
Turlock.
On your mark, get set, go.
Turlock.
Toronto.
Tuolumne. Tehachapi. Tallahassee.
Thousand Oaks.
Trenton.
Hey, Corey loses.
You're stealing all mine from the pre-show.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
did this pre-show, so I stole all yours, and you
I can't think of any more. I thought of my 5.
They've only gone through the first 2 here, so we'll do this next practice round, and then we'll jump into it for real. Okay?
All right,
You
here we
ready
go.
for the next topic?
You can start now.
Okay.
Corey,
Steal mine.
starting with you, you need to come up with a creature that has the color green on its body. Ready? Go.
Alligator.
Frog.
Crocodile.
I panicked.
I can only think of yellow animals.
I had a fish in my brain.
Deer.
Green fish.
Giraffe.
Green bird.
Sloth.
Green dog.
Grass. Tree. What's green? Computer.
Green insect.
All right.
Another green insect.
All right, so you got it? You understand it?
Yes, I understand.
All right. We're going to go into it for real now. All right?
All right, I need to take a deep breath and
We have
focus
3
here.
rounds.
Jedi
Best
mind tricked my
2
brain.
out of 3, okay?
All right, here we go.
All right, starting with Kevin.
All right. Phew.
Name
Start twice.
Name items you might find at a state fair. Ready? Set. Go.
Fried waffles.
Cotton candy.
Rides.
Popcorn.
Corn dog.
Oh!
No, I said corn dog. No, I said
Time
That was
went
3
fast,
seconds. I counted 3.
I
The YouTube
said
listeners
corn
can
dog.
see my fingers.
I said corn dog.
I would have said animal crown.
Oh, man.
Corey has 1 point. Kevin has 0 points.
I have to win, so I'm going to focus really hard. I can't.
All right.
lose.
I'll
There's
give
no
you.
losing in my
I will
vocabulary.
give you 5 seconds to think
Yes, thank
before
you.
I say go. Okay.
Wait. 5
And
seconds
Corey.
to think.
Before we start.
All right. Prepare yourself. All right, Corey. Name an activity you can do to pass time on a train. Ready? Set. Go.
Read a book.
Netflix.
Eat a snack.
Look at your phone.
Look out the window.
Talk to stranger.
Ask the conductor a question. Walk
Up and down the aisles.
Throw things out the window.
I'm gonna veto that one. I'm gonna say Kevin won that one.
Okay, then I need another 3 seconds. I was laughing too much. Look at my ticket.
Wow, that's not even close to either.
Kevin wins.
Yeah,
Point number 2.
yes.
1 to 1.
All right, I'll take that one.
1 to 1.
1 to 1.
1 to 1. All right.
Shoot babies at passing cows.
Yeah, so it's kind of like throw things out the window. Yeah, I don't know what to throw out the window. Throw my kids out the window.
All right.
All right.
For
I'm
all the
tasting
marbles.
blood. Okay.
For all the marbles. Kevin, starting with you. You need to name a nickname your mother might call you. Ready? Set. Go.
Kev.
Honey.
Kevster.
Sweetie.
Buddy.
Little man.
Bud.
We already said buddy. Corby.
Kevy.
These are all variations. Buckwheat.
Kev Dog.
Coey.
Honey Buns.
Coco.
Oh no, she called me Honey
And Corey takes the victory.
Thanks, honey bun.
I couldn't think of anything else. Oh, man.
You would use them all the Kev Dog.
She wouldn't call me Kev Dog either. I failed on that one.
Yeah, Kevin, you're like Kevers, Kev Dog,
Super
Kevy Day,
Kev.
Kev Man, Super Kev.
Oh man, that was well done, Casey. That was a fun version of that. All right.
Oh boy. Took a little bit to get it structured, but hey, I think it was a success.
It was a success. So, all right, you're going down next time, dude. I hate losing. With passion.
2 wins under my belt.
I hate losing.
Oh man, Corey,
I have to
we
win.
need to have a leaderboard or something for who's won the most. Although
That way
maybe
everyone
not
can see
because
me
I'm
now.
at the bottom.
Corey's won twice. Have you won twice? Yep. I've won once.
Undefeated.
I haven't won a single one yet.
I'm 1-1. Corey's 2-0. Casey's 0-2.
I think it's been fairly well established that I'm not that great at thinking on my feet. I have to plan ahead, so
You gotta write it down. Think of my answer.
What
Cities
is
that
a,
start with T.
what is a possible
Tea?
question he might ask? Green fish. Yep, types of green fish.
Totally prepared.
Clearly.
Oh boy. So here we go. Moving on to the friendly nonsense breakdown. We gotta copyright the trumpets too.
Yep, our brass section.
Oh boy. So here we go. The friendly nonsense beatdown, for those of you that forget, is we either have to take the best or the worst of something and then argue the trumpetola out of it. So we have to say what the best of something is or what the worst of it is. So the way it goes is we'll have an opening argument, then we'll have rebuttals against the brothers, and then we'll have a closing statement. So the topic for today, can you guess what it is?
I can.
I can guess it.
Why don't you guys go ahead and wager a guess? What is it?
My guess is the most awesome way to demolish a building.
Yes,
Oh,
it is.
that was gonna be my guess, too.
I'm so excited.
Oh, man,
I
seriously.
love all those questions this week. These questions are fantastic. The most awesome way to demo a building. All right, so I will start. I'm so excited about mine. The best way to demo a building. The building is a ski lodge. Okay, it's in the middle of winter. You have a giant snowball rolling competition where you pick a large rock, you push it down the hill so it starts collecting snow, it makes a giant snowball, and you take out the building below, and it's a giant snowball building and demolition derby. Whoever takes out the most of the building wins a giant prize. Okay, that is
pretty good.
that is the most awesome way to demo a building.
That would be a fun way.
Yes, it's a competition, which is fantastic. You get to demo a building with a snowball, which I've never thought of a cooler way than demoing a building with a snowball that you've rolled.
A cooler way.
Oh, it's so funny. You can win, and it's a competition. Yep. So there you go.
pretty
There you go.
So okay.
Okay.
What,
It's not as awesome as mine.
All right, let's see what's up more awesome then.
All right. the most awesome way to demolish a building is by getting a ton of people together and shooting the building with 1,000,000 super-powered paintball guns. So, paintball is awesome, okay? And can you imagine anything greater than painting this building like 1,000,000 different colors while you're demolishing it? It would look like a piece of art, and you could film it in slow motion and see all these like slow motion splatters of paintballs splatting on this building,
So
taking away chunks.
Oh, no rebuttal.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, Kevin, come on.
Okay, I was gonna ask a clarifying question, but no. Okay, you're right.
I'm
Go ahead,
trying to
Corey.
be more supportive on these podcasts. So Casey, that was a very, very
Oh,
good
thank
attempt.
you.
Excellent.
You're my favorite brother now,
Good job.
Corey.
Oh, thanks.
You've been dethroned now, Casey. Corey's both of our favorite brothers.
Oh, man.
You removed yourself from the pedestal with that comment.
So, my way of demolishing a building.
Yes.
Have you guys ever seen what happens when you put like a screw or something on the little pressure release valve on a water heater?
Oh, boy. Yes,
So-
I have.
What you do is you have all of these water heaters just lined up, and you have like a little chute. Here, this is my way of destroying a building. Have a little chute to direct it, and then you start pressurizing it, and you plug that little valve. So there's no way for the pressure to get out,
Loads.
and so you just weaken the end of it. So that way, it's like a water heater cannon that you're shooting at these buildings. So you're just waiting for it, and then it's just boom. Oh yeah. Enough said.
Have either of you seen the Mythbusters episode where they
Yep.
took
Yes.
Yeah.
like
That's a good-
shoots
is
like
that where you got it
50
from?
feet into the air?
Oh, I got it partly from that, and partly because I was doing research for my water heater, and I was trying to figure out what this little valve was. And I saw this thing that said what not to do, and it showed this house that was half demolished because a water heater had shot through the roof and had gone 2 blocks away and landed in the street. So, water heater cannons.
Wow.
Don't plug your water heaters, our listeners, our great listeners. We don't want
Yes.
your houses being demolished prematurely.
We are supportive of you, our great listeners.
Yeah. We're all positive in this podcast episode apparently today. Go for it. Rebuttal.
All right, these are positive
Not
rebuttals.
anymore.
Casey, I love your art idea. It is so good. I mean, I love the concept of painting a building with paintballs. I'd encourage you to think a little bit more about the demolishing part of it. I mean, the painting is good, but the demolishing, I don't quite see where that comes in with paintball guns.
That was my question.
But really good idea. Really, great attempt. If I could pat you on the back, I would. Kevin, snowballs. That is a cool idea. That's an nice idea. Kevin, I love snowballs too, and that would be such a good family fun. But again, sort of like Casey, I'd encourage you to think about the demolishing part of it. Rolling snow at a building.
It has
You
a
may
giant
not
rock
get
in
there.
it. Didn't you listen to that
Well,
part?
the rock's sort of cushioned by the snow. It's getting there. You're close. A little bit more thought, and you'll be there.
That
Okay.
was like the most passive aggressive.
Yes,
rebuttal
you've
I've
definitely been dethroned as favorite brother status again.
That was positive.
I put favorite brother status on myself now. I'm my favorite brother. Alright, Case, go for it, dude.
All right. So, first off, snowballs, like Corey said, they're cushiony. If I could throw it at one of my relatives and they not get hurt, it's not going to do anything against.
Did you guys not hear
a
that
building.
there's a giant rock in the middle of this snowball?
Yeah, a rock in the middle of the snowball. If you're rolling the snowball at the building, it's not gonna do much damage. So there's that.
Defend my
And
my
then-
honor, my snowball.
The water heaters. You're putting an appliance. You're saying appliances are cool, Corey. Appliances are appliances. Appliances are not cool.
Exploding appliances. Just to clarify.
Yeah, it's still an appliance. Now, if that was powered by paintballs, then that would be cool.
The water
Or if
heater
there's, like,
powered
paint
by paintballs.
Or a water heater full of paint. There you go.
So, all right, here we go. My rebuttal. In case, when you started answering the question, I will be positive that paintball shooting is very cool. It's shooting a gun and with paint. That's fun. But the question is the coolest way to demo a building, not the coolest way to paint a building. As Corey said, there's no demoing happening unless it's maybe sheetrock. Maybe you can punch a hole in sheetrock. But even then, you gotta shoot a lot of paintballs at one spot to punch a hole in sheetrock. There's no demoing happening with the paintball gun. Corey, as Casey said on this one, it's an appliance. It's not an applied science. It's an appliance. And this happens all the time.
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
Wink, wink.
So this is an appliance that is in your house. How on earth is that cool? It's not. It's literally something that you find in every single person's house. This could happen on a regular basis. This is not a cool way to demo a building. The question is, what is the most awesome way to demo a building? Have you ever heard, this is my closing statement, have you ever heard of a snowball rolling competition to demo a building? That is because It's too cool for common America. Imagine a double black diamond, so a very steep hill, and at the very top of the very steep hill, you have a rock that's like your size, and you push it, and then you roll it, and it gets bigger and bigger until it's like the size of a house when it finally careens into the lodge down at the very bottom. And your goal is just to take out that thing. That is amazing. That's the best, most awesomest, coolest way to take out a building ever created on the planet. The end.
Good closing statement.
All right, my closing statement.
Your passive aggressiveness is starting to drive me crazy now. All right, Case. You're now favorite brother status just despite Corey.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
It's getting a good retribution stage here. Start kicking me off camera now.
All right, my closing statement. So I didn't say regular paintball guns. These are super powered paintball guns. So these paintballs are going out at like super high speeds. Anything can be damaging when it's going fast enough. So yeah, it's a super powered paintball gun. It's gonna do some damage, and it's gonna look so cool in the process of doing it.
I can only imagine they're all surrounding the building, super powered guns, and they all shoot, and it goes right through the building into the other side of the other one, and they all shoot each other. They have all shot each other with paintballs.
Well, all I can say is just because it's an appliance doesn't mean it's lame. This is an exploding appliance, which is always cool. Anytime you have explosives when you're dealing with demolition, it's amazing. So, water heater cannons far and away are not only the most destructive, not only the only thing out of these three that's going to actually do damage to the building, but it's going to look crazy cool during the process.
Crazy cool with K.
Crazy cool.
Crazy.
So there you go. There you have it. You guys can decide who won the Friendly Nonsense Beatdown today. But that is it for week 5. Thank you so much for joining us. Before we kick it off, though, Corey, what are you going to learn tomorrow?
I am going to learn how to be positive in my speech.
Positive in your speech. Okay. You got it. That's a great way to seriously and just think. Good job. Casey, go for it, dude.
I'm gonna learn how to look cool wearing socks and flip flops.
Birkenstocks. Okay, that's quite the one too.
Dad, look.
I am going to learn how to build a very intricate Lego set with Ethan. Ethan wants to build a Lego set that's intricate. I'm going to build one with him. So there you have it. The Friendly Nonsense Beatdown, week 5. We will see you next week.